All right, looks like we have gone live. Let me just make sure that the mic is working here for everybody. Let's go to settings. I probably should have double checked that first. All right, looks like we have gone live. Let me just, yep. We should be good to go here. Hit save. All right, yeah, welcome to MarketingPlayBook.co. This is one of our first live hangouts that we're doing. And we're trying to make this a weekly thing and just kind of go over digital marketing news in general with the focus for small businesses. And let's go ahead and dive in here. Now, last week we had AdWords who put on a presentation talking about the newer settings that are coming out on AdWords. Now, I've used AdWords for going on 10 years now, and with some great success, but also with a lot of failures, and that's because of the ways in which AdWords forces you to work. So let's go ahead and jump in real quick and just kind of talk a little bit about some of the changes that AdWords had on the market. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. I made that mistake the first time around where I didn't share my screen. I thought I was, but yeah, let's do this. Start share screen and show the slide from the beginning. So you should be seeing the slide from the beginning. I hope you are. If not, I'll have to go back and re-edit. And you can chat for those who have joined the Google community. You can easily post your question live inside the forum or inside the Google Plus community or on the YouTube website. So if you are looking to join, this is how you join right here, MarketingPlayBook.co/connect. Go to that page and we'll have numerous URLs for you to be able to connect to us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Google Plus community, and the like. All right. So the biggest news that AdWords released is the ability to do device bid adjust. Now currently you can bid adjust for mobile. So you can make it minus 100% or plus 300%. But coming very, very soon, what you're going to be able to do is actually bid adjust on tablet traffic. And this is really big news. If you think about it, tablet just doesn't perform the same as a desktop traffic. So if you're promoting software, and I've promoted a lot of software over the years on AdWords, and I have wasted tens of thousands of dollars being forced to advertise to tablet traffic that never converts. Now, granted, over the years, the campaign optimizer has gotten better and better, and AdWords kind of filters out the tablet traffic that doesn't work, which is great, but not in every case. And so what you're going to be able to do is negative bid adjust for the tablet traffic, which is really, really nice. And let me go back here and share. Let's share the screen again because I know that the PowerPoint isn't showing. Let's say full screen. Start share screen. There we go. This should be working better now. Present to everyone. You are sharing your screen. All right, let's see if this comes up. And this might help people a little bit more. All right, so tablet bid adjust, and then the ability of doing individual device bidding adjust, as well as bid adjust up to 900%, which could be interesting. I'm not sure why they chose to be able to do bid adjusting up to 900%, but it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens there. And next up is search audience targeting, and this is a really, really big one. And so when doing a search audience targeting, you have the ability of targeting. Currently on search, you can't target demographics, right? So I can't target males and I can't target females or unknowns or people within a certain age group. There's none of that ability. On the GDN side, the display side, you can do that. And they're going to be changing that out, and it's going to be coming down the pipeline. So soon you're going to be able to say, okay, well, my product is geared towards females, and I want to market just to females and exclude males. You're going to be able to do that on the search audience end. And they haven't said exactly all the options you're going to have. I imagine they're going to be the same or very similar to the options that you currently have on the GDN end. The other thing that's really exciting for me is a similar to audiences. Now, currently on the display side, on the display and the search side, you can create custom audiences. So people who have visited your website, and you can remarket to those people. Well, what you're going to be able to do, and you can do this on the GDN side, is create a similar to audience. Now, a similar to audience, somebody is like a Facebook lookalike audience. So if you advertise on Facebook, you're probably familiar with this. And what you're going to be able to do is, let's make sure, is this on? Sorry guys, this is one of the first ones, so I'm still working at it and seeing that it's working. I got to give it one more second. No, oh, it went on the other screen. Now I feel really smart, right? So there we go. So demographic targeting and then similar to audiences. Similar to audiences are like lookalike audiences. And what a lookalike audience is going to do is it's built upon people who Google views matches your current audience. So this should be really interesting. I use it on the display end all the time to pretty good results. So having the ability of doing it in marketing on search to people who are searching for similar like products could be really powerful to a lot of people. So I'm excited about getting that one going. Next up, we have the expanded mobile ads, and I wonder if I make this big, if it'll work. No, it won't. So expanded mobile ads. So the big focus for this event was mobile first. And so a lot of these changes that they have coming down have to do with mobile in general. And one of these changes is going to be the current headline. So the current headline character limit is 25, and then 235 character descriptions. Well, the new format that's going to be coming down the road is 2 30-character headlines and 1 consolidated 80-character description line. So the ad format is basically growing. So you're going to be able to have 2 30-character headlines instead of just 1 25-character, and then 1 consolidated 80-character description. So it's like doubling in size, and it's really interesting to see that they've chosen to double in size the mobile, but leaving desktop alone. It's pretty interesting, and I'm sure that the initial changeover will be really good and high click-through rates for a lot of individuals. Now, is it going to be sustained once people get used to seeing that ad format? I couldn't tell you, but you know, we'll find out, right? Next up is going to be native advertising. So Google's getting into the native advertising niche, and so far it looks like they're primarily focused on mobile native advertising. So it'll be interesting how exactly they work this out. But basically, this is going to work the same as Facebook mobile apps. So if you've ever advertised inside or done a native ad for Facebook mobile, then for mobile apps, then you'll know that all you do is you provide an image, a headline, and a description. And is what Facebook does is they resize that image. And this is the same with Yahoo, Gemini, and other native advertising networks. They resize that image dependent upon where it's going to be shown in the publisher's content. Now, they haven't talked about targeting options for this native advertising. If it's its own type of campaign, my guess is it's going to be an add-on option of some kind. And they haven't been 100% clear where this is going to show up inside the AdWords interface. So I'm pretty interested to seeing how this will show. I think it definitely can be beneficial, but ultimately it depends upon what AdWords allows and what controls the AdWords gives the advertisers. Next up is going to be map advertising, which I think can be really big for some local businesses, other ones not so much. Definitely, if you were on an interstate, your business was on an interstate, I think you could definitely benefit from this type of pin advertising. And what that'll do is if you're if you're driving from one location to another location, AdWords will have pins there kind of recommending places for you. And these are going to be advertisements. So it could be based upon affinity audiences, females who are shopaholics. You can have a shopping deal going on. And within there, you can actually include the promotions extension, which, if you're not familiar with the promotions extension, you can see that on the Google Shopping ads currently. It's in there. They have a shopping coupon button if you've ever searched for a product or service, and you see those recommendations that come up on AdWords search. You'll see those promotion buttons. They're talking about having that included, which is going to be pretty cool. And we'll see how it works out for Maps advertising. I can definitely see this being an advantage, and it's a good way of if I was a restaurant for Chinese food and I type in Chinese food, all the time I go to the Google map to look at Chinese food restaurants around me. And if there was an ad on the top left, I guarantee you that I would see that ad. And if they had a coupon there, I guarantee you I would click that coupon just to at least check out what their special is. So it'll be really interesting, and I think that this can play a lot bigger role than some people imagine, especially for small businesses, which is what MarketingPlayBook.co focuses on. So for smaller restaurants and things like that, I think this could be a really big win for them, the map advertising feature. So I look forward to playing around with that and hopefully mastering that so I can share my results with everybody else here. Next up, we have the AdWords redesign. So AdWords has been the same for the past 12 years since its existence. So slight changes here and there, but they are getting a completely new layout, which is expected in the next 12 to 18 months. Now, some accounts might just roll out sooner. I know those who are in beta might have the option of upgrading sooner than others, and I don't necessarily think that there's going to be any big deal or reason for you to get into any beta for this, just because it's not going to add in any specialized features that'll give you a leg up over competition. What the new layout is expected to do is give you more of an overview and a breakdown of the data, so it's easier for you to digest and comprehend. So it'll give you smaller digestible bites, put it that way, that you can look at the data and say, hey, this looks like it might be working for me, or this isn't and it needs my attention. And I think that's what the new layout is expected to do. So it's a good move, and I'm glad they're going into it. Lastly, I wanted to briefly mention, and I won't go too much into this, but Google Analytics 360 suite was introduced. And what this is it's not really meant for smaller businesses, honestly. It's going to be meant for those larger companies, and it's an all-in-one solution. So if you have the 60+ employees in your business and you're getting to be that medium-sized company, definitely take a look at the software. And if you're a mom and pop store with 1 or 2, 3 employees, this isn't going to be for you just yet. Now, Google Analytics 360 is an all-in-one paid tool that allows you to kind of put your see everything you're doing online marketing wise into one location. So you're going to have your analytics, your tag manager, you're going to be able to optimize within there, and the attribution, which can be big, especially when you have 12 different paid marketing channels. Which ones are actually driving the sale, and which one were first touches along with last touches. And this type of data is really good for those type of companies who really need to dig into that data. So I'm pretty excited about this coming up, and we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you informed if there's anything really interesting that comes into play there. So that's really all we have for you today. Be sure and sign up to our newsletter to discover a treasure trove of digital marketing information. We do have quite a bit coming out, and going back to the original page, let's go way up here. It doesn't look like we have any questions that came in, which is fantastic. That means I got to leave a little bit earlier than I thought. But we have MarketingPlayBook.co /connect. So on the Connect page, what you're going to be able to do is connect with us, and it'll link you to our Google community where you can join and get notified when we do have Hangouts. You also have links to our Facebook page, have links to our YouTube videos and YouTube page. That way you can join us there too as well. If you do have any questions, feel free and reach out to us at MarketingPlayBook.co. And that is it. And I will see you next time. We should be scheduling these every Wednesday, probably around 2 p.m. is the time we currently have. We'll see how that ends up working for us. And if you have any questions, just send them in. Thank you. Bye.